Repeat after me. I am learning to compare numbers. Get those chompers ready. By looking at the tens and ones. So that's what we're doing today. And I have a warm-up problem for you here. It says use base 10 blocks to model or to show each number. You don't have those, so I have a picture here for you. You don't need those. It says tell which number is greater. We have the number 29 and we have the number 92. Some of you might be able to tell just by listening to the numbers, but I built them down here. 29 is made out of 2 tens, which is worth 20, and 9 ones. 92 has 9 tens, which is worth 90, and 2 ones. So which one do you think is greater? Show me a 1 if you think the first number, 29, is greater. Show me a 2 if you think 92 is greater. So the correct answer is 92. And you can hear it in that first thing you say, 20 and 90. 90, I'd rather have 90 pieces of candy than 20. 92 is greater. We are on page 495. Go ahead and get ready. Turn to that page now. Here's our Triad problem. Nora picks 52 apples. Nick picks 25 apples. Who picks more apples? So we need to think about what the problem is about. It's about Nora picking apples and Nick picking apples, right? We're comparing, right? Remember when we compare? We're going to say who picks more. What are you trying to find out? Nora picks 52 apples. Nick picks 25 apples. Who picks more? We're trying to figure out who picks more, right? When you're reading problems, we should always, especially word problems that are hard, you should read it 3 times. So when you're taking a test and they read the problems to you, you should click on that voice clip 3 times and listen to it 3 times to really think about the problem and understand the problem. And what information is important? Nora picks 52 apples, Nick picks 25. It's important to know that Nora picks 52 and Nick, picks 25 apples. Those are important pieces of information. Now it's going to be your turn to solve this. You can use base 10 blocks, counters, 10 frames, 10 place value mats, which just look like this. On your whiteboard, you would write a T for tens, an O for ones, and go like that. This is where you can put your tens. This is where you can put your ones. So you're welcome to do that. The other thing you can do is you can go on to your iReady Math, and down at the bottom, you'll see tools. On the tools, you can use counters or base 10 blocks. I would use this to build the amount of apples. So you could do blue for Nora's apples, and you could do green for Nick's apples. But you could go on here and use this tool as well. Remember, you can click on these, and these build numbers for you. And you can also click this button to organize them in a nice way. Now, if you want them organized by color, you might have to do that yourself. So use that tool and come back to check your work. So go ahead and press pause now, and then come back and check your work. All right, so I built my picture. I have Nora's apples, which was 52, or 5 tens and 2 ones, and Nick's apples that were 25. And I know that this one, that Nora picked more, because she has 50 and some extra ones, but Nick only has 20 with some extra ones. And I know that 50 is bigger than 20. You could also look at the tens. 5 tens is more than 2 tens. So the answer would be Nora picks more apples. Go ahead and turn to page 496. Here's our model it. So it says compare. Remember that word? Compare. How we compared and contrast characters. Now we're comparing numbers to see which one's bigger. The model it tells us that we want to compare the tens. See how they have the tens place highlighted red? 5 tens is greater than 2 tens. You can use the greater than symbol, that alligator mouth. So 5 tens is greater than, that alligator mouth is going to eat the bigger number, 5 tens, 2 tens. So go ahead with your pencil, draw in that alligator mouth now. 52 is greater than 25. And remember, my alligator mouth is going to eat that 52 because it's hungry. So the mouth will be open with the 52. And then we fill in who picks more apples. So Nora picks more apples than Nick, because she picked 52. So this strategy is teaching you that when you first compare numbers, you start, like in our song, you start on the left side and you compare your tens first, the left side of each number, the left side of 52. Remember, if I draw these, we're going to start on this side, compare this first, then go this way. Start here first, then look this way. So you look at the tens first. And if those are different, then you can see which one has more. 5 tens is more than 2 tens. Then we don't even have to look at our ones because we know that 50 is bigger than 20. We don't even have to look at how many ones there are. Go ahead and turn to page 497 and we're going to go through some of the apply it problems together. All right, so we have a problem here. Number 3, Dave has 13 crayons, Ari has 21 crayons. Compare. So remember, our alligator, we're going to start on the left, look here first, then go here if we need to. We're going to start here, then go this way if we need to. So we first look at the tens. Okay, so let's take a look. In 21, there are 2 tens. In 13, there is 1 10. Which one's bigger? So right here, I'm going to say 2 tens is greater than 1 10. So the number 21 is greater than 13. That alligator mouth is going to eat the number 21. Make sure you fill that in. Number 4, Roberto has 48 fish. Reina has 24 fish. Who has more fish? We're going to compare 48 and 24. So they filled in the tens and the ones in 48, tens and ones in 24. And remember, you're going to start on the left, just like when we read. Check this number first, then move this way if you need to. Start on the left, then move this way. So let's take a look at our tens first. I want you to fill in these lines down here below if you can, and press pause and then come back and check your work with me. You should have 4 tens is greater than 2 tens. So we don't have to move on to the ones because we can tell that 40 is bigger than 20. Down here, this tells me that 48, because it has 4 tens, is greater than the number 24. So who has more fish? Well, who had 48? Because that was more. Roberto had 48. So I'm going to, they both start with R. I'm going to put Rob for short. Rob has more fish than Raina. Make sure you fill that in. And our last problem, number 5, compare 45 and 63. Which number is greater? I want you to see if you could do this on your own and make sure you look at those, look from the left to the right. Then come back and see, check your work with me. So if I'm looking at the numbers 45 and 63, there's 4 10s, 5 1s, 6 10s, 3 1s. I'm going to start on the left and then go this way if I need to. Start on the left, then go this way if I need to. So first I'm going to check my 10s. I have 4 10s and 6 10s. Which is more? 6 10s. So over here I would write 6 10s is greater than 4 10s. Okay. So down below, which number was greater, 45 or 63? The one that had 6 10s, right? So 63 is greater than 45 because 63 has 6 10s and 45 only has 4 10s. You could also write this 45 is less than 63. You just want to make sure that alligator mouth, here's my alligator mouth, is eating the bigger number, okay? Now, we practiced looking at our 10s first. We always start with the farthest left number, check that first, and if we can answer the question, then we answer it. Which one has more? Okay. Tomorrow, or on your exit ticket today, make sure you start with the 10s and then you look over. So down here, we have compare 82 and 45, which number is greater? You're going to move the numbers to the line and then move the correct alligator mouth or the correct symbol to eat the bigger number. If you need to, draw a picture to show 82 or 45. You can also make the place value charts like they had in the book. Okay, good luck, and let's keep working on comparing numbers to see which one is bigger.